Olá, amigos do Milagros.
Hello, friends of Milagros. Friday, August 7th, 2015. It is 2:30 in the afternoon, and I'm going to the airport to take a flight to Nairobi, in Africa.
O objetivo dessa viagem é participar
The
de
purpose
workshop
of this trip
de uma
is to
oficina
attend a workshop organized by Ngara,
pela
FAO,
ONU e pela FAO, entre
Africa
outras
Union,
instituições
among others,
internacionais, Africa Union,
that will
etc.
happen next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Vai acontecer
where
dia
we'll be
10, 11, 12,
discussing
segunda,
ways
terça
to
e quarta
improve the
agora,
production and marketing
para falar sobre
of
os
gums and
desafios
resin,
e o que
which is
está
precisely
acontecendo nesse
the raw
mercado de
material
gomas
of
e
our
resinas,
incense,
que é
and it is
justamente
produced in the
a
northern
base
Africa,
do nosso
exactly.
incenso, é daquela região. Existem muitos desafios.
There are many
vocês não
challenges,
sabem,
and many of you don't know, but the
essa
plant that
planta tá
produces the
fadada à
incense
extinção.
will be extinguished by 2050
2050
if
ela terá
nothing is done.
acabado por
And
uma série de
for a number
razões,
of reasons, such as climate change,
desde mudança
migration,
climática,
monocultures,
migração de
war,
pessoas, a
poverty,
monocultura,
all
é mais
this
fácil,
together or separately contribute
guerras,
to this scenario.
pobreza, tudo isso influencia. Esse workshop foi organizado então para que
From
as
this,
pessoas
important
do
players
setor
in the
do segmento
sector
que tenham
have
alguma
been
coisa
identified
a
and
somar e
invited
acrescentar,
to the conference so
analisar, vai
that
ser
we can
pintado
share
quadro
their
no
experience
primeiro
and
dia,
give
vai ser
input
pintado o
to
cenário pelo
contribute
pessoal
to improve the
da
production
FAO, da
and
ONU.
market of those products.
Nesse primeiro dia eu tive a
On the
honra
first
de
day,
ter
we
sido
were
convidado
honored to be invited
para falar
to talk about
pela
opportunities and challenges on the international
e o
trade
tema
and marketing,
da minha fala,
perspective by an
palestra,
importer. I suppose
minha
because
fala
of our
será
requirements for standard
comércio
quality.
internacional, os desafios do importador. Eu vou me posicionar porque eu já
It
estive
sounds
lá.
great because in 2010 I've been there,
22
spent
dias
22
ali para
days,
conhecer,
especially in
para tentar
Kenya and
entender
Somaliland,
de onde vem,
to try
como
to
é que é
understand
feito,
a little
quem
bit
faz, como é que se
better
chega.
this chain.
No primeiro
Where does it
momento,
come
fui lá
from?
para,
What's the
tentar
difference
fazer
between
essa conexão
harvest, food
comercial, a
plants,
nova
food
roda do
markets?
incenso, era a
The idea
proposta,
was
o
to
nome do
try to
projeto.
establish the new incense
E
route, as I call
efetivamente
it, the
não deu
project,
certo,
but it
não
effectively
frutificou,
didn't
porque
work.
é
It
muito
has been not
difícil.
possible to establish a
Foi
basis,
exatamente
and this seminar
mostrar para
will
eles
be
por
a
que que eu não
wonderful
consigo
chance
comprar esse
to
produto
tell
lá.
them why we
Eu
can't
vou
buy
na
those
Europa.
products directly in
Estou
Africa.
felicíssimo porque
I am
eu tinha
very
muita
happy
coisa para
because I
falar,
have a
já
lot to
falei, já
say,
escrevi
and
para
this
eles um
workshop
tempo atrás,
will
então
be a wonderful
vai ser uma
opportunity.
oportunidade maravilhosa. Pessoalmente,
Personally, I'm a little distressed because for me, the meaning of all this is huge. The attention that this issue deserves, the dedication of time and resources, the requirements are so big. But what motivates me a lot is that finally I seem to be finding my mission that I always felt being any bigger than just making and selling incense. I thank God that He has been very generous for giving me this special opportunity to share my experience and at least try to make the world a little better. If I can give some collaboration, for me it will be a glory. So let's go! Back to Kenya Yetu to continue our glorious mission.
gloriosa missão. Quase 6 horas da manhã.
Almost 6 o'clock in the morning, Sunday, August 9th, and I'm stayed 68 Hotel.
680. É histórico voltar aqui em Nairobi.
It is
5 anos
historic
depois da
to be back
convite
in
da
Nairobi
Dr.
5 years
Chikamai,
after
da
the
ONU,
first
da
trip,
FAO,
at the invitation of Dr. Chikamai, to speak as an authority on international trade. But I feel like I don't have enough knowledge or competence to do it. I am the end user and I am imported just by necessity, and that's not enough to have a consistent speech to that 40, 50 experts from 16 countries that are part of Ngara. That's a lot of responsibility and it is weighing on my shoulders.
Ontem eu estive aqui na
Yesterday, I went to the Basilica of the Holy Family to ask God what to say and to bring the incense we Betor. Why this incense, created 2 years ago, through which we offer a communion of prayer to the Holy Father, was being released just now? And why I send it to the Vatican with a letter that talks about the benefits of this incense beyond one communion of prayer. And why this blessed invitation to be here to talk about challenges, impact of climate change. The Pope just released an encyclical letter talking about sustainability, ecology. I hope to be able tomorrow to touch those people around this cause. So I think I found my role here. It's a relief, but it's going to be really hard to find the right words in English to give this message in 20 minutes. Good morning. I'm ready to go to the workshop.
Okay.
As you can see, I'm the lift going down to take the bus to the meeting. It's a historic day for Milagros and for me especially, and I hope my message is more than they are expecting.
Vamos ver lá. Estamos indo.
Arriving at the Convention Center of Africa Union. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I believe in God and faithful that this message will come.
Good morning, I'm Fatima Ramli from Sudan. Bonjour, Sabah al Khair. I'm Nora Berahmouni. I'm working as a forestry
Good morning,
officer.
my name is Jimmy Lomakol from Uganda, the Chief Executive Officer for the Karamoja Private Sector Development and also the Director for the Uganda Gum-resins Program.
I greet you all in the name of Jesus. I'm Anna Miti, Director Uganda.
Merci beaucoup, je vais m'exprimer en français.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. We have come to have an idea of who is around. I want to appreciate all of you. I want to say that feel welcome and let's participate really effectively. As Timami has said, we're now moving to the official opening session. Our chief guest has arrived. Our chief guest, the Cabinet Secretary for Environment and Natural Resources, Professor Juti Wahongo, the Senior Policy Officer from African Union in Addis, Alimami Damfa. We have the Forestry Officer from FAO based in Addis, Brother Edward Kilawe, the African Forest Forum Executive Secretary, Professor Godwin Kowero. We have the SOS Director for West Africa, Salif Owedrogo. We have with us distinguished participants from member countries, our partners in business and trade from as far as Brazil who have come in. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to now formally, on behalf of the Kenya Forest Research Institute, which is the host organization for the Network for Natural Gums and Resins in Africa, to welcome you and wish you a successful workshop. Thank you very much and be blessed.
Regarding livelihoods, these commodities are critical to the sustenance of lives in the rural areas. They provide food, medicine, and cash income, which enhances food security and contributes to poverty alleviation. Moreover, women play an important role to the sector, particularly through post-harvest handling practices of cleaning, grading, and packaging. We all know that empowered women result in empowered families and societies. Women, therefore, need to be recognized and fully incorporated in the development agenda of member countries, as sub-Saharan Africa is a key player in the international trade of commercial gums and resins. Finally, it is my hope that this workshop will provide the framework for such a mechanism, and would like to take this opportunity to wish you well, and I look forward to hearing your recommendations. With these few remarks, distinguished delegates, it's now my pleasure and my privilege to declare that the workshop on improving the production and marketing of commercial gums and gum resins, enhancing livelihoods and climate change resilience in the drylands of Africa is officially open. Thank you very much. I wish you fruitful deliberations.
The objectives are four: promoting the exchange of information, facilitating access to technological development and training, supporting relevant research in the key areas of the sector, and promoting strong links among producers, processors, and end users. And particularly, we are having the international merchants here, represented by one of our very close friends from Brazil. This is what we want to do, strong links to establish between those producing and those using, and I know Brazil is on the end user side of that. Then we have gum resins, we have the Boswellia paprifera from Sudan, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, the main source, but paprifera is also found all the way to Cote d'Ivoire. Then of course, Comifera mira, I know that Martino is comfortable with that. It's found in East Africa, very much sought after, and it's actually available. This is your workshop. We only played a role to facilitate, to bring you together. We are going to depend heavily on your input and your contribution. And therefore, please take it to be a workshop and guide us on what we should do for this particular sector, for this particular region, Africa. It will be our pleasure if we come up with the products that will be helpful and help us to move forward to address the issues of poverty alleviation, livelihood improvement, contribution to the economy, and as well as contribution and amelioration of our environment. If we do that, we shall have done the best for our children and the children to come, the generations to follow. So may I actually invite Almami Tamfa to be able to make the presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Chikamaya. But before I do that, please allow me to, I think, Machino?
Yes.
I think you are our father's guest from Brazil, all the way from Brazil.
Yes.
I think we really want to welcome you here.
Thank
That's
you.
quite fun, huh?
Thank you.
And this also, if we look at the whole issue of the traceability and the chain of custody from the farm or the forest till the end user, this is still a big issue. This is a very big issue, and this calls upon the issue of standards in terms of quality from the source in the farm, so sustainability in the farm, but also the quality of the product, and then also the quality of the end product, as it was highlighted maybe already by some of the companies that are here, that are end users, like for example our colleague from Brazil, or other companies that were also we were discussing with them during the lunch.
Good afternoon again for everyone. I came here all the way. I'm invited by Ngara and FAO, so I'm so happy, I'm so honored to be here. But I want to start my presentation, my speech, showing a film.
A história da Milagros começa no ano de 2000.
Ao percorrer o caminho de Santiago de Compostela, o peregrino e futuro empresário Martinho Rocha tomou contato com o fascinante universo dos incensos de resina. Ele se interessou por essa substância preciosa que vem há séculos fazendo parte de rituais religiosos entre diferentes povos e tradições e possui um grande valor simbólico ligado à filosofia e à espiritualidade. Após 2 anos de intensas pesquisas no Brasil e no exterior, Martinho viabilizou o sonho de criar uma empresa para comercializar os incensos de resina no maior país católico do mundo. Além da importação direta de seus produtos, a Milagros também é representante exclusiva para a América do Sul dos mais antigos e tradicionais incensos da Europa, produzidos desde 1906 pelos monges beneditinos da Abadia de Nash, no Reino Unido.
Very pleased with the efforts of Martinho to make Prinajabi incense available throughout Brazil to South America.
Criado aqui no país é o de Nossa Senhora presente. Ele foi dado ao Papa Bento XVI.
O incenso de Nossa Senhora Aparecida.
O incenso brasileiro vai ser usado hoje numa das celebrações mais importantes da Igreja Católica, que é a Missa do Galo. O Papa Bento XVI conheceu o incenso, gostou tanto que resolveu importar esse incenso, que é produzido por uma empresa de São João da Boa Vista.
Gostaram, não só os que estiveram no Brasil, mas também os che stavano ali no Vaticano, che pedirono da onde vinha esse incenso.
Milagros ho conosciuto per quando da viaggio del Santo Padre in Brasile hanno mandato come dono l'incenso, che a noi e tutti gli altri è piaciuto e piace perché un bel profumo, non è forte e si vede quando si usa, c'è un bel fumo. Quella è la cosa importante anche, il bel profumo non è forte, non è violento. E questa è la cosa più importante per noi, questo usiamo.
A história da Milagros continua a ser escrita, crescendo e ampliando suas conquistas, sempre fiel aos princípios que a guiaram desde o início: confiança, respeito, sensibilidade e ética. Assim, a Milagros acredita estar cumprindo sua missão e contribuindo para a construção de um futuro melhor. Suba até vós, Senhor, o incenso de nossa oração, e como perfume se espalha por este templo, assim possa a tua igreja expandir para o mundo o suave perfume de Cristo.
Thank you. That's my business in Brazil. I'm not really an importer. I am the end user. But I have to import it because I need quality, different qualities. For me, a Boswellia Freiriana from Puntland or from Somaliland is different. It's not the same product because I make a blend, so I need to know exactly where does it come from. That's why I came here in 2010 with the support of Ngara. I went to the Drylands. I went to Somaliland at this time. So I had the opportunity to see the whole thing. It's really difficult to deal with this, to achieve this international standard for the particular use that I have. So when Dr. Chikamai invites me to come here, I was so happy, but I said, what should I say to them? Because there is important people here, there's all important player, and I'm not a big importer. So I came here and I went to the church. I'm a faithful man, and asked God to give me a light what to say here. And when I left the church, someone was to guide me back to the hotel in the street. They said, oh, take him to the hotel. And he said, the Pope is come here to Kenya on November. So if the Pope comes to Africa, he will come to Africa for sure in Uganda. I would like to ask you to sign a document I can bring to him, ask him to receive a commission and to let the world know about this. I think my mission here is to bring this speech to the Pope. The Catholic Church is the end user, so it concerns direct to them. He can give a light on this cause. I cannot guarantee, I have no letter from the church, but we may meet him in November. For me, now it's a flag to show the world what it's all about in the Drylands. I have doing an incense to ask a communion of prayers for the Holy Fathers through the incense. So I wrote a letter for him, and it's all related. And then after I give the letter to him, I get the invitation from Ngara. For some of people, most of the people, it's a coincidence, but for me, it's much more than this. It's my personal mission. So, Sheila, would you please read this?
Okay. Your Holiness, Pope Francis, I pray to God that Your Holiness understands our bold move to reach out in order to present a proposition and a confession. I may be a visionary businessman, or I may be answering my calling as an instrument in God's greater plan in the service of evangelization. Nevertheless, after 2 years of silence, prayers, faith, love, and hard work, I now feel confident to present to Your Holiness this prayer communion for the Bishop of Rome, performed with the incense. Urbi et Orbi, developed by Milagros, especially for World Youth Day, held in Rio de Janeiro back in 2013, Urbi et Orbi was first used by our beloved Pope Francis. It has been developed by mixing balsamic resins and aromatic oils from the 5 continents in order to represent our prayers in the Holy Father's intention, demonstrating our devotion, gratitude, and ministry, after being blessed by the Pontiff to become retribution of prayers for him, thus sharing the Lord's grace and mercy, when burnt alive to be united in a scented cloud of prayer, ascending prayers, worship, and praise to the heavens, to share with the world the delicate fragrance of Christ. Other important values added to the project. The first one is social responsibility. Frankincense and myrrh are natural resins extracted from plants produced in Northern Africa, mainly Somalia, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Sudan, and Kenya, and Southern Arabia, Oman, and Yemen, very poor regions serving as scenarios to major conflict where their source of income is vital to local community. The second value will be sustainability and environment. The resin extraction is done by lightly scraping the tree, thus requiring it to be kept alive, therefore to preserve the environment. And the third one is world peace mobilization. Since this incense has a yearly renewed formula, we believe that in the near future, the project's calling will be to overcome the thresholds so that everyone, regardless of race, creed, or religion, can pray for Pope Francis as a leader seeking world peace.
Okay, so I had this project before I was invited to come here. Pope already has this letter, and I will write another one, and I hope we here is in a very particular moment, is the only moment, and I don't think that we're going to have a second chance to get the light that the Pope can bring with him. So if you come here, we'll be around 2,000 journalists from all over the world here, and they are eager for information. So anything we can provide to them, they are going there, and we must bring hope for those people in the Drylands. I heard from Miss Zara yesterday in the hotel. She said that she met a group of young guys walking through the boat to the sea, take a boat, go over to somewhere in Arabia, walk through until the Red Sea to take a boat, to risk their life, to die. And these people, we don't know. We know maybe 1% what's happening right now. So it's not a matter of improving the production and the marketing. It's a matter of to survive. So we need to bring a hope for them. I've been there, I saw the poverty, I saw how hard it is. I had a strong experience there. And at this time, 5 years ago, I said, I must do anything for them. But I couldn't manage. So now I am here now, and I can do it. And we can do it. Everyone here is an important player. In different ways, everyone here are doing something, but we all together can make it at one voice, one Africa, one world. There is no time to waste. So thank you, thank you all to listen to me, to watch this movie, and that's it. Thank you very much.
I think Roger is, it has been a very, very moving kind of presentation. And then your presentation brings really another dimension, really, the spiritual dimension of Gum-resins and resins. And I think this cuts across all major religions of the world. Not only the Catholic religion, but I think in Islam also is the same thing. During the Muslim feast, you know, in fact, many of my mothers and sisters in West Africa, Gambia, Senegal, Mali in particular, is a very strong love charm, you know, this incense. So it is a very important tradition in many African countries. And I do believe, I think you're going to church on Saturday, really enable you to come here with that divine guidance, really. And then your proposal is actually about taking the Gum-resins to another new level in terms of visibility. To have a pub in a country, I think maybe it will take more than a century, because they don't visit Africa that much. So to have a pub coming to Uganda or Kenya, maybe it's not going to happen again in our lifetime. You know, it will be in somebody's lifetime, not ours. So it is a unique opportunity for us to take that opportunity, you know, to enhance political commitment. But the mere fact of having the Pope talking about that, of course, we have to put it in a context that this addresses, as you said, peace challenges, security challenges, poverty alleviation, sustainable development in those poorest areas of Africa. If you put it in that context, you can sell this as a hot cake, you know. And then I, for one, I agree with this. We will find a modality of how do we put that in a specific context, you know, in a specific context. But I think it is a very important idea. It's a very important idea, and then I think it's something that we will all buy into, you know, after putting into in our specific African context, not just leave it like this. I fully agree with you. It is a very good initiative, and this is the idea of coming together as a group. You come with a specific input. I come with another input. You know, when you put all these inputs together, oh, we are in the sky flying. Huh? So thank you very much, Roger. I think it's a very good initiative. I like your passion. I appreciate your passion for this. And I think we will work this out with partners and then Ngara to see the way forward. Thank you very much.
It has been a pleasure, Martino, to have you with us all the way from Brazil. We are proud of what you are doing. We'll give you the support.
Merci. Thank you. Obrigado.
Obrigado. Asante sana. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Joseph Gidiomi from Kenya, and I was very impressed by your presentation. Thank you very much. Karibu tena.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
Hello, Brazil. I'm happy to be here with Martino, and I was very much impressed by very good impression of Martino for people producing the garment resin, and I'm really very much happy to be colleague for Martino. Greetings.
Thank you.
Hello, Brazil. I'm Jacqueline Jimenez from Ethiopia.
I'm Fatima from Sudan.
Balde from Senegal.
From Senegal.
Tego from Ghana, but I live here in Nairobi.
My name is Haruna Umaru. I come from Niger.
Ahmad Cheikhna de la Mauritanie. Bonjour du Brésil.
Moi, c'est Moshero Abdou du Niger.
Hello, thank you. I'm Keba Songo. I come from the Gambia. Welcome.
Hello, I'm Vivian, and I'm from August, Ghana.
Hello, how are you, Brazil?
Hello, Jimmy Lomakol from Karamoja, Uganda.
Hi, Brazil.
Hello, Brazil.
Morning, Brazil. How are you?
Hello, my friends from Brazil. Bye.
My name is Rock Mantiri from Burkina Faso.
Abdurrahman Usman from Burkina Faso.
Waya from Uganda.
My name is Mubarak Janawi from Sudan. Thank you to Brazil, and we hope to meet them again in another conference. Thank you very much.
My name is Dr. Jemo. I hope to see you some other time.
Brazil, this is Wahid from Nairobi, Kenya.
My friend.
Hi, Brazil. My name is Simon Bade from South Sudan. I wish to see Brazil in South Sudan soon.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Good morning, Brazil. Muslim Babatunde is my name, National Agency for Great Green Wall, Nigeria. I'm a good friend of Martino. Martino has represented Brazil well. Warm regards to Edson Arantes do Nascimento, also known as Pele.
In the hands of God. Let God guide you to Brazil.
Martino is there. Martino is Ayusa. And Martino says that the biggest challenge he faces as Ayusa is the polity.
Convention Center of Africa Union, Nairobi, August 12, 2015. Finished the workshop and I had the privilege and honor of being among the best minds in the sector of gums and resins during that 3 days. What does it mean for me? I still have to find out, and I don't know what to say right now. Because in theory, I should not be here, but be here as a project of God. And more than a conquest is an order, and I had to accept it. Thank you, God. Thank you all.
I'm here with Sheila. I'd like to say thanks to her, to everyone. That was a big pleasure for me to be here for us. I'm going to share it with you all in Brazil. So here you are, Sheila.
Asante sana. Thank you for allowing us to have Martino here. It's been fantastic. Thank you. Asante sana and karibuni Kenya.
Tunachohitaji utusamehe makosa yetu, nasi tunavyowasamehe waliotukosea, usitutie katika majaribu, lakini utuokoe na yule uovu milele. Baba yetu uliye, jina lako litukuzwe. Baba yetu uliye, jina lako litukuzwe.
I think now we should form a choir.
Embaixador Brasil, embaixador Brasil, guerreiro, Brasil, África mandou você curtir a vida com cheiro, bom e cor. Embaixador Brasil, embaixador Brasil, guerreiro, Brasil, África mandou você curtir a vida com cheiro boricô. Curtir a vida com cheiro, cor e som. Medos e dedos mergulhados na resina, olhos vazios de angústia. Incenso queima no seu coração, alcança o céu em forma de oração e busca embaixador Brasil. Embaixador Brasil, guerreiro, Brasil, África, mandou você curtir a vida com cheiro bom.